It was really very enjoyable today to see all of you in such a happy mood. What happiness, what joy Sahaja Yoga has brought to all of you is really, I could never have imagined that people could be that joyous and that relaxed as you were this evening. Also, it shows how much you have understood the stupidity of this hypocrisy going on in the name of God. Not only that you have understood, but the way you have depicted it showed also your great art of acting, art of bringing out the salient points of all this hypocrisy. There are many people who can see this point, not that only we see. Many people must be knowing about it also. But you have the power now to accept it, understand it, and realize it as the truth, that they are really hypocrites. We have human beings who, of course, do not want to accept, do not want to see. They have closed their eyes, blind faith in all those hypocritical people. Some or other. They lack reasoning, understanding, logic. But there are some who understand, who have this full image of these people in different countries, in different religions, and all these guru people. They understand it. But still, they cannot go against it. They dare not say anything against it. And even if they say, it will be in a very hush-hush manner, not so openly as we did it today. Though it was very hilarious and very enjoyable. But behind all this comedy, I felt the tragedy. Because there are so many who are suffering, who are being looted, who are being cheated, who are being used, morally who have been crushed. And I don't know how many cruel things are going behind the scene in the name of God. Such a tragedy that is still going on in these modern times. But you are all very lucky and fortunate people that you have dropped all this nonsense, all the shackles of blind faith, and now you are all enjoying the freedom of your spirit. It's something I enjoyed the most. We have to understand that we are now in the kingdom of God. So we can see the reality very clearly. And in the kingdom of the God, we are looked after all the time by the divine power. How it works out, how it looks after us, is extremely remarkable. As you saw one drama, one after, all these actors coming on the stage. We actually saw ourselves a drama in India without organizing, very spontaneous, just like it was today, but without any organization. A beautiful drama we saw, which I must tell you, so that you will understand how much this divine power is working it out. You remember we had a very bad time in Angapur when these people threw stones and so many were hurt. If you remember that night, and we were in trouble. And we had filed a case, but the case was not somehow or the starting, and it was the date, something where I could not be there, but still the case was there and we didn't know what was happening. There was one man who had come when we were having this program. His name was Anant Paranspe. And he told me that he's from the television and he wants to have his realization. So I said, I cannot, just now I have to speak. So you can go on the back side and sit down and we'll see if he can manage your realization. Then these people gave us the story that it was they who had arranged this man from television to come. Those who had been throwing stones at us, these Andhashraddha Nirmulan people. And we didn't know what to do. So, a son-in-law of our Home Minister came to my house in Pratishtha and asked for realization. I was quite surprised, this man coming down for realization. And then I told him what is happening to us. He said, no, you can go and see this Home Minister. Now this Home Minister is a great disciple of Satya Baba. Imagine. I said, it's really, I don't know how it will work out. The stupid fellow, this disciple of Satya Sai Baba, Asatya Sai Baba. So, just see the drama. We were quite hesitant, and with me, Rajesh, Shah, Yogi Mahajan, and one Nargilkar, who is from the same area as this minister, who had arranged this meeting. So we went there. So the private secretary had a great respect for me. She called the car inside. We couldn't understand. Then he came and touched my feet. I was quite surprised. Then I went and sat with this Home Minister. And his wife came in. And she touched my feet. I was quite surprised. And she said, you don't remember me? I said, I think I've seen you somewhere. So you've forgotten we had gone together to London. There was an offer from Air India for people who have been doing social work as a sort of a reward, that we could go to England and come back. So there were quite a lot of ladies who went, and the Chief Minister's wife also came. And she was actually this Chief Minister at that time and his wife. They were very well known to my family. Actually their marriage was arranged by my father also. So they were all sort of, they never knew this Western culture, very old-fashioned ladies, all old ladies, you see, traveling with me to London. There, they were so shocked at the dance they saw and everything. They said, what are these dirty people doing here? Why are they showing us these dirty things? And we are not dirty women. And like that, you see, they were. I had to tell them, all right, they have this kind of dances only. If you don't want to see, we can go out. Went out and all of them started vomiting there. So it was such a bad condition with them. So they stuck on to me in London, all of them. And one of them was the wife of this gentleman. And she said that if you remember, we all stuck on to you. They were all older than me, because they couldn't understand what's happening in these countries, because they had never seen such dances, such women, such men. She said, but why are these Air India people troubling us like this? Why do they want to shock us? I said, it's all right, that is their entertainment style, doesn't matter and all. But inside I was laughing. I said, from where these old-fashioned women have come here and they can't stand all this nonsense. But this lady said that, see how you supported us, how you helped us. Otherwise we were all collapsing, you see there. So this lady was very sweet, and then she started telling her husband, she was quite young, but she was very wise, and she looked after us, and she did this, and she was the youngest and all. Then suddenly one girl, now one by one on the stage, first the wife came in. Then they announced there's a lady called Nirmala Deshpande who wants to meet her. So they said, no, just now I'm talking to Sri Mataji, I'll see her later. No, I said, you call her, she knows me very well. So this Nirmala Deshpande was with me in 1942 movement. Imagine the drama. She should come that day only, in the morning time. Actually, the whole, our interview was fixed for the previous evening, but it was postponed for next morning. And next morning, one by one, how these people are coming on the stage. First his wife, and we had already given a nice ulta bandhan, the other way around, to these two photographs of Mr. Narakasura, lest he starts pouring some vibhutis from his photograph. Then this lady, this Nirmala Deshpande, she came. As soon as she saw me, she just fell at my feet. She started hugging me. She said, how long we are meeting now, this, that. She even forgot the Home Minister was sitting there, nothing. And they all started looking at her. Oh, you don't know? She was our leader. You see, she was like a real Shakti. How she faced the Britishers, you have no idea. You people have become ministers, but this is the lady who fought for the freedom. And she gave a big lecture to the Home Minister and Home Minister, like that. But this is not the end. Then she wouldn't talk to him. She was just talking to me, and she said, oh, you have been doing great work, I've heard about you, I've been longing to meet you. But just imagine, today I've come, and you are here after such a long time. Oh, you don't know what a loving lady she is. She was so sweet to us. She was much younger to me in age, and we were so many girls, you see, boys, all of them she organized. She was so young, and still she was so brave, and she was describing everything. I was quite embarrassed. So the minister didn't know why she had come there. Then I said, all right, now I'm going. I told him the whole story, gave him all the papers, and he couldn't help it. He had to sign, all right, please do something about it or something. He wrote to the main man in Maharashtra. I told him about all this and how Rajneesh has planned this, and all this was done by Rajneesh people because we have a proof of that. Then we came out. We came out, and there was one lady who again touched my feet in the veranda. I couldn't recognize her very well. She said, have you forgotten? I'm the Maharani of Satara, where this incident had taken. You know, Angapur is close to Satara. Ah, I remember. You came in 1972. We had a nice meeting in our palace, and my mother-in-law, the Rajmata, invited you. She washed your feet. I said, yes, I remember. But you forgot us. You never met us after that. Now you have to come to the wedding of my son. I have come to invite the Home Minister. You have to come to the wedding of my son. I said, I'm going away tomorrow to Rome. She says, no, I'll take you. I'll do this. So, all right. At least you must ask this Home Minister to come. He'll listen to you. I'm sure he'll listen to you. I just kept quiet. So, then, you see, there was a gentleman standing with her. So she went inside. He said, Sri Mataji, she touched my feet. I've met you before, and you've given me realization. I said, what's your name? He said, my name is Anant Paranspe. I said, what? I met you in Angapur. I'm Anant Paranspe. I was there. You remember? I said, yes, of course. "Well, why did you come to Angapur?" He said, "Only a Sahajogi brought me there." "But you were not brought by the Andhashraddha." I said, "No, never. Why will I come with these horrible people?" So what happened? He said, "Only 4 days back I was in Satara and the case started and they had taken me there." So I told them that I saw 7 people being hit by these Andhashraddha people. And they were all bleeding. And I was so upset with it that I couldn't bear it. I ran away from there. But one thing I must say, Mataji was telling everybody, keep quiet, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Some stones are coming, just keep quiet. Don't throw any stones, don't do anything. He told there in the court, can you imagine this fellow in our absence? And after 1 year I met her. And then they started saying, oh, Mataji must have given him lakhs of rupees, that's why he's talking like this. They thought he was their witness. Just imagine. I said, really? Immediately I told that private secretary, bring our petition. And we cut out all that was written against this Anant Paran's pay. Otherwise he would have been in trouble, imagine. And then said, really? Then this lady came out. She said, why don't you come in and tell the Home Minister to come to attend my son's wedding? At least he should do, mother. So I went with her. And this fellow also came, Anant Paran's pay. And he said, I said, this is that same fellow, Anant Paranjpe, but he's telling something else. And then he started telling them how they hit and how they were, this thing. He said, this Dr. Dabholkar, he's a devil and all that. And we had written against him in that. Imagine. Can you imagine such a story? This fellow, this Anant Paranjpe, who was mentioned in that petition of ours, should be there on that morning, there standing, waiting for me. And then he asked him 2-3 questions, the Home Minister. What are they doing? Nothing. They were hitting one after another. 7 people I saw, and I got such a fright. I ran away with my camera, couldn't bear it, and Mataji was telling them, don't hit, don't hit. She was so quiet. So the Home Minister was quite surprised at this. So when we came out, despite that he was a disciple of Satya Sai Baba and all that, how things worked out, that first his wife should know me, then Nirmala Deshpande comes in, then this Maharani comes in, and then after that, and the Maharani herself praising me a lot, that I cured her mother-in-law and all. And then comes in Mr. Anant Paranjpe. And he told them the whole story, and this Home Minister didn't know where to look. Satya Sai Baba and all the thing was finished into nowhere. So see how the drama worked. And we are so amazed at the whole thing. When we came out, Rajesh said, Mother, it was Maha Sahaja Yoga. So in Sahaja Yoga, everything works out. You must know that it all works out. But you must also know that you must have faith in Param Chaitanya. Also faith in yourself that you are in the kingdom of God. I was very happy today the way you enjoyed all that and understood it. But one thing is there, that you all should not that only enjoy this, but feel it as a responsibility. We have to point it out to the whole world, how hypocritical they are, how they are using the name of God, and how they are ruining people by their tricks. So today I don't want to tell you lots of things. Today is a day, still the Christ has not risen as they say, but I don't know at this time. He must have come out of his grave already, as it is, because he came out and he was standing outside when his mother came and asked him, who are you? She couldn't even recognize him. She couldn't even believe that Christ has risen. In the same way, we also forget that we have risen. and that we are completely transformed. And we are free, absolutely free people. Nothing can dominate us. None of our conditionings, none of our ego, nothing can dominate us. None of our habits, everything has died out, and we are free birds to fly and to enjoy our flights. This is what we have to realize. May God bless you. I have been telling you that you shouldn't give me any prizes, nothing. It's too much, it is too much of presentations. I mean, I don't know why you are giving me all these things all the time, but you think that that's only your privilege that you have to do it. So I too have certain privileges. I can also give you presents. So I bought some very small ones for all of you, those who are here in Rome. For Kabila people, I had bought last time, but I'll also do it when they come there. And for other countries also, I'll be giving them wherever I'll go there. But just now, it is for the people of Rome and the leaders. Leaders, I'm also afraid of them, because sometimes, you see, if they get angry, they can form a union against me, So one has to be careful with that. So there's little presents for all of them, and I hope they'll accept it. And so